It's a football Friday. It feels like a football Friday outside. How you doing today, Deuce?
I'm good. It definitely has a chill in the air. This is the first time, really. We've said it before, but we actually mean it this time.
October baseball is the only thing that could take the sizzle out of how hot we were, but still standing at 40 and 26 on the year. Thoughts on this weekend ahead with the college and NFL? Just your overall thoughts.
My biggest overall thought is how disappointed I am in your Yankees. They're the ones who pulled us off.
I am dreading watching Giancarlo Stanton for the next 9 years of my Yankee fandom. I hate him.
I'm not a big fan.
I think it's a fireable trade for Brian Cashman. They the same situation last year. They had no pitchers when it came to beating Houston, and he goes out and doesn't do anything in the free agent market, doesn't make a trade, wasn't willing to part with his young guys for Garrett Cole, and brings in Stanton, which they did not need.
No, they didn't. But, hey, you'll at least make a run at Bryce Harper. That'll fix everything.
Let's talk college football before I throw up.
All right, I will stick with the same theme I've been sticking with for a month now. These college games are fun to watch, but really it doesn't matter because Alabama is so much better than everybody. They're the same Alabama team they've been, except now they have a top 2 or 3 quarterback in the country, and it's not fair.
I count 9 top 25 teams on the road this week. If I set the over under 3.5, how many of them go down? Now, granted, Georgia, I'm counting on the road. They go to LSU. Washington goes to Oregon. And Wisconsin goes to Michigan. So 3 of them are pitted against top 25 foes.
I'm going to go over.
Yeah, I have a feeling this could be a weird week. Everybody keeps talking, including me, about how this team should be or should be left out or what happens. I think we get a little more clarity with some teams going down.
Yes, I agree. I think you pair that playoff discussion down this week a little bit.
Vegas ran a simulation, and the teams that are undefeated right now, there's a 2% chance that they all remain undefeated through November.
Wow, that's nothing.
Yeah, it's crazy. So let's start tonight. Top 25 action. South Florida, 23rd ranked, goes to Tulsa. South Florida, 7-point favorite.
Small number on the road for a ranked team. I think they're getting 80% backing on the tickets, which is a huge amount. When you see that 80 number, that's a red flag for me. It's either the book is going to take a big hit or they're going to take a lot of money from some people. This isn't official, this isn't the lead, but if I had to, I think I would go with Tulsa here with that 7.
You said it perfectly. I would lean the same way. I do like 2 other Friday night games outside of the top 25. Would you like to do that now or at the end?
Yeah, let's go in order. Let's stick with Friday night.
Utah minus 13.5 home against Arizona. That's too many points for the Utah Utes to be given to.
Oh, boy. You're going down with that ship, I guess.
I'm going back to the well with Arizona. I think they're finally playing well, or better than they were. I like Arizona plus that many points. I think Utah wins, but 8 to 10 point victory.
That is a lot of points. I will give you that.
And the other pick, off the board a little bit, San Diego State 10.5 to Air Force. Air Force off the Air Force Navy game last week. San Diego State has already seen the triple option this year, and Rocky Long is very familiar with the triple option. I like San Diego State tonight.
I love that point you just made, and there's a game coming up that I will make the same point.
Then I think we're on the same one for that.
We probably are. It's my favorite team to bet on, so why not?
Coach Cutcliffe is the best.
Yeah, I'm on the Dukies plus plus the 3 there.
Saturday at 12, Minnesota goes to the Horseshoe for third-ranked Ohio State, who is a 29.5-point favorite.
It's a lot of points, but Minnesota hasn't been very good. I see a lot of Haskins hate out there, and I don't really understand why. The kid's on pace to throw 5 million touchdowns this year. I think people are just used to seeing that type of quarterback being able to run around in an Urban Meyer system. And he's just not. That's not who he is. I think he's getting unfairly knocked. That kid's really good, but I don't have a lean here.
I hate laying that many points, but I feel like this is a week where Ohio State could get right again.
This is usually what happens this time of year between now and early December is that Ohio State starts putting up the 65-point numbers, and people are like, whoa, what about Ohio State?
Yeah, they, I think a slight hangover last week after the Penn State game.
Yeah.
They're not going to be challenged again until maybe at Michigan State mid-November. I think this might be the week they really blow somebody out.
I like that call.
I don't know if I would play it, but that's the way I would lean. 12 o'clock, Vanderbilt hosts 14th ranked Florida. Florida is a 7-point favorite.
Florida was good to us last week. Vanderbilt got killed at home to Georgia. They had a good start to the year, but now we're in conference play. We're kind of seeing the typical Vandy. This number is kind of low, though. I really want to like Florida here. I've been on them all year. They're getting a ton of public love, which always scares me, but I think I still might lean Florida.
Their bye week next week before the World's Cocktail Party. I lean Vandy. I don't know that Florida's going to score that many points. I think
I can see this being a push. I can see them winning like 17-7.
Yeah, I think it's a low-scoring game off that LSU. There has to be a little bit of a hangover off that win. I think this is a low-scoring game. If I just am worried Vandy's going to score.
God. I don't know. College is so much tougher for me than the pros. The pros, when you see this line, you always take the dog. In college, though, sometimes it doesn't work out.
Sticking in the SEC, Tennessee goes to 21st ranked Auburn. Auburn 15.5.
I have not touched Auburn this year, and I'm going to continue to avoid them. They have a bunch of guys banged up still, so until they get right, I'm going to stay away.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that Malzahn might not be a head coach.
I think you're right. I think he might be the best O coordinator if that were the gig he had.
I would pass here. 2:30, Pitt goes to 5th ranked Notre Dame. Notre Dame 21-point favorite.
This one I really want to bite on Pitt. I think this is a good spot for them. I wish we were getting a little more. I wish this was like 24, but I'm tempted here. I was curious. You know these teams pretty well. I'm curious to hear what you think.
I think there has to be a little bit of a hangover after going to Vautech last week and winning pretty convincingly. They played pretty well. I think there has to be a little bit of a sluggish start. I just don't know what to expect out of Pitt.
I know Pitt's one of those teams. You know, they play teams like this well at home. I'm a little bit more leery on the road.
Yeah, I would lean Pitt, and I agree with you. If this was 24, I think it's a play.
Yeah, I think I agree.
Pretty good 3:30 slate. Starting in LSU, 13th ranked LSU hosts Georgia. Georgia is a 7.5-point road favorite. The first trip to LSU in 10 years.
I am not going to buy this hook. I'm not going to buy this with that hook. If this was 7, I think I would lean Georgia. I watched that whole Florida LSU game last week. I think Georgia is going to be able to move the ball, and I think their defense is going to really shut down LSU. Not that that's very difficult, but going to LSU is an animal in itself, and having not done that in so long, it could be a sluggish start. But I still like Georgia to win this game.
I think we're going to see a lot of Justin Fields, the quarterback, getting on the edge. I think we're going to see a lot more of him than we've seen. I think DeAndre Swift is going to have a big game.
Yeah,
I think
that.
On Sunday and Monday, we're talking about, can Georgia compete with Alabama? I think Georgia wins convincingly.
Interesting. I could get on that. That hook is scary, though.
Yeah, I would agree. I just think that this is the game that Georgia's going to make a statement. Their early schedule hasn't been great. So there is some concern with them going on the road for a big game like this, but I think Kirby Smart's going to have them ready, and there's going to be some wrinkles. And as you said, LSU is not going to score a ton of points.
Official.
You want to wait to see if it moves to 7?
We can, because there's no difference between 7.5 and 8.
Yeah, I agree. I'll start it. To the Pac-12, Washington 7th ranked going on the road to Autzen to 17th ranked Oregon. Washington a 3.5 point road favorite.
I have liked to bet on both these teams all year long, but I think I am totally staying away from this one.
I want to like Oregon. I haven't been impressed with what I've seen from Browning. I don't think Washington's defense has played as well the past couple weeks. But I need to see Oregon do it before I can trust them.
I know.
I think there's plays to be made for him. And he's looked really good. I just need to see them close a game.
55% on Oregon, but the line has gone the other way. Washington now up to 3.5 in spots.
Oh.
So you're getting that hook if you want them.
If Washington loses, is the Pac-12 out of the playoff?
Yes.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a stay away. I want to like Oregon, but I just can't get myself to do it. To State College, Penn State 8th ranked hosts Sparty. Penn State a 13.5 point favorite.
Your team.
They're off a bye week. It's going one of two ways. Either a tight game, they come out sluggish and it's tight, or they blow the doors off Sparty. I don't know which way it's going.
I like Penn State a lot. I know this is going to be a public play. Michigan State absolutely stinks. They'll find their way. They stink on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I think every week they've struggled. In the following week, we said this is probably the week that D'Antonio gets it right.
They stink.
They've struggled. I don't know if it's the turmoil within the program or they're just not good this year. But there's something that's definitely missing.
They have not played one good half of football yet. They're going to a place that's tough to play in general. They're going to play against a coach that's very good off a bye. Getting under 2 touchdowns to me is great.
I'll go with you.
We can wait if you want. Betting on your own team is the worst.
Yeah, if you love them.
I like them a lot.
Let me dig a little deeper into some of the stats.
No, you can take a breather. Ask your consultant Eddie if you need.
Baylor goes to number 9, Texas. Texas a 14-point favorite coming off the big Red Rivalry win.
Yeah, huge win last week, so I would think hangover here. I was high on Baylor to start the year. They've looked okay in spots, but they are very, very young, very Jekyll and Hyde. I actually see this game going similar to what you just said. Baylor either gets scared of the moment that they're playing Texas and they get blown out, or they keep this one close to the very end. I just haven't figured out which one it is.
I like Baylor in the spot, more of a spot play than anything. I think Matt Rule's got the boys ready. I think Texas has to have a little bit of a hangover with that win last week against Oklahoma.
Yeah, agree.
Texas, I think Oklahoma's defense is atrocious.
Yeah.
I don't see Texas scoring a ton of points this weekend.
Huh. Interesting.
It's just a matter, is Baylor going to put up enough to cover the spread, and I think they do.
Right.
What is the Big 12's playoff hopes look like right now?
I think it rests on West Virginia and or some help. I'm not sure a one-loss Oklahoma gets in.
Is Texas in consideration at all? With West Virginia still on the schedule, I don't know if Oklahoma State will be ranked in 2 weeks.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. I guess if they beat an undefeated West Virginia team.
Yeah, at home. You're right, West Virginia may be the only hope for the Big 12.
Yeah, and we'll get to them in a minute, I think.
West Virginia has a trip to Texas, TCU, a trip to Oklahoma State and Oklahoma.
Yeah,
Those are the last 4 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
that's a good question. I think they might be in trouble.
Yeah, I don't see Oklahoma being able to do enough to get back into the talks.
Right.
UCF undefeated, 10th ranked, 4.5 point road favorite going to Memphis.
Boy, how about that line? I don't like either side here. I actually think I like a total side. I think I like the over in this one. Memphis can score. Obviously, UCF can score. I think it's high. I can't remember what it is, 76.5 or 77. I think I like the over.
It's jumped to 81.
Holy shit! I guess everybody else is on it too.
Yeah, I never have a feel for this Central Florida team. The line seems low. The line's screaming to take Memphis.
I know. This would be the spot if you want to bet against UCF.
I think come Saturday, maybe I'm willing.
I know. I need some loggers in me. I need courage to do this because I've gotten burned at going against UCF like this a lot.
Yeah, the issue with UCF to me is they actually have a quarterback
right,
who can throw the ball.
Yeah, right.
22nd ranked Texas A&M, 2.5 point road favorites at South Carolina.
Obviously, it depends on what website you use. The one I am looking at currently, Texas A&M, the largest public bet of the week at 86%. I like South Carolina.
Their quarterback is probable, Jake Bentley.
Yep.
Pretty big win last week for A&M. I don't think people are going to see it that way, but Kentucky's a pretty good team.
I think it was a really good win. Kentucky can run the ball, and their defense has been really good this year. I think when you can shut a team like that down, especially one that was on a roll, I think it's always a good win.
I also lean South Carolina. Official.
Yeah.
South Carolina plus 2.5, first official of the weekend.
I like that. 7
o'clock time slot. Missouri goes to number 1, Bama. Bama minus 28.
I mean, if there could be a value play, 28 is not that much after what we've seen. Mizzou does have a quarterback, so maybe that presents a little bit of an issue, but I don't know. Anything under 30 now seems pretty nice with Bama.
Alabama's definitely going to score.
Right, that's what I mean. Mizzou's not great on defense. It's just a matter if Drew can score, I don't know, 17 to 20, they're going to cover, I think.
Over under 74.
It seems like, they've done it all in 3 quarters, but it seems like they are less inclined to pound the clock into the ground this year.
I saw a stat last week that Tua had more touchdown passes than incompletions.
Yes, so that's where we're at with Alabama. It would be Bama or nothing for me.
Yeah. I might be able to get behind Bama this week. 28 seems low.
I know. I'm looking at it. That's what I'm. If they score 50, I think we have a good shot to win that, don't we?
Drew Lock, can he? I mean, he's going to be able to sling it around. Bama's defense isn't great this year. It's not a traditional Bama defense, I should say.
No, I actually think their defense is being overrated. Let's stay away.
Agree.
I actually think we could wait on this, and it might go to 27 if that little hook means anything.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Because that's where the line is moving to right now. Is going down a little bit.
6th ranked West Virginia goes to Iowa State. They're a 6.5-point road favorite.
I would assume that you and all the listeners know where I'm going with this one. I like the Iowa State Cyclones here. Up and down year so far, but they love to play at home against a team like this, and I'm not sold on West Virginia as a team, especially in a road environment. It's going to be cold. It's probably going to be windy. I know that it's fine for West Virginia, but when you're going on the road as a big favorite, you do not want weather like that. I'm going to say maybe outright here.
Iowa State plus 6.5 is an official.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew you were going to be there with me. I knew it.
Love Iowa State this week.
Yeah. Their defense is going to make a statement, I think.
I think they're just going to run the ball down West Virginia's throat.
Yeah, West Virginia's defense is, to say, below average. You haven't really seen it this year because of who they play, but I think it's pretty bad.
Miami, 16th ranked, goes to Virginia. Miami is 6.5-point road favorite.
I've sworn off betting for against Miami, so no play for me.
If this line was 7, I would be all over Virginia.
Yeah.
Florida State emotional game. I know Florida State sucks, but Miami had to come from behind in a rivalry game. Now they got to go night game at Virginia.
Does that matter if night game in Virginia?
Those millennials might be hyped.
Okay.
In their wannabe shirt and tie SEC school.
A lot of sweaters over polos in that game.
7:30. Interested to hear your thoughts on this. 15th ranked Wisconsin goes to the Big House. 12th ranked Michigan up to 9.5.
I could not believe that line when I saw it, which makes me think Michigan is the play. People are going to see two ranked teams very close to each other. I just wish it was any other team besides Michigan. Sometimes they play games where they can't move the ball, and Wisconsin's defense isn't terrible. I want to like Michigan, but I'm scared.
Since that Notre Dame game, this is who Michigan has played. Western Michigan, SMU, Nebraska, Northwestern, and Maryland. I don't understand why they're 9.5-point favorites, which is scaring me off Wisconsin.
Well, exactly. Wisconsin has not played well, though.
Hornibrook has been atrocious.
Yeah, that's what I mean. When I say they haven't played well, teams are basically putting their entire defense along the line of scrimmage and daring them to throw the ball.
He can't throw. I don't know who's worse right now, him or Eli Manning.
So, knowing that, Michigan has a really good defense, especially their front seven. I don't know how Wisconsin scores.
What's the weather going to be like?
Might snow. Let's see. Where's this game? Michigan?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be for 9.5. I don't even know why I asked that. Let's see. I think weather is going to be an issue basically anywhere in the country this weekend, unless it's Florida. Saturday will be 49, winds 10 to 12, so just chilly.
I don't know if Michigan's offense has done enough the past 5 or 6 weeks that warrant this many points being given.
Yeah, That's why I was saying any other team, I think I'd be okay with seeing how high this line is and seeing that it's a trap. But Michigan, it could be, this game could be 17-14.
I don't know if I want to go down the road of a teaser, but I could see Wisconsin plus 15.5, Bama minus 22.
Do you like Wisconsin or Michigan in that teaser? I think I might like Michigan tease down.
Oh.
I want to stay away. I just
Yeah,
decided I don't
we
want
got to stay away.
this.
I could see Wisconsin winning this game outright.
Oh man, I don't want it anymore.
Gun to your head. Score prediction.
Michigan 23, Wisconsin 16.
Yeah, I have it 20-17.
I don't know.
But, all right, moving on.
I don't know.
The only undefeated team in the Pac-12, the 19th ranked Colorado Buffaloes,
The Buffs.
go to USC. USC is 7-point favorite.
Oh God, we've been down this road before, so I don't even want to. I have this game just crossed out because I don't want to talk about it because it's luring me into liking USC.
Okay, we're going to move on then because I feel the same way and I don't want to talk about it either.
There's no point. It's too dumb.
I do think, though, that there's going to be a spot coming up where USC is going to have to be a play at some point. Because I do actually like that quarterback, Daniels. And I think he's going to get better as the year goes on.
A ranked team going to an unranked disappointment and catching 7. There's no better spot than this. I mean, that line just screams USC.
I know. I don't trust them, though.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I don't want the money out of principle.
I know where you're going one off the board, like. Go ahead.
Duke +3 versus Georgia Tech. They've seen the option. They are pretty good at stopping the option. Cutcliffe's great as an underdog, so I'm going to ride that wave.
Duke +3 is an official.
Yeah.
Any others?
Yeah, there's a couple others, I think. If you want to stay with the theme of the option, what about Army? 2 touchdowns. What are your thoughts on that?
That one didn't jump out at me. Who are they playing? San Jose State.
0-5, San Jose State.
I'm seeing it at 15 right now.
I don't want it at 15. I had it at 14.
This is Army's 3rd straight road game.
Yeah, they don't care. They actually thrive on that.
This is a stay away from me.
Just a look if you find it at 14. I don't like it at 15, though.
Anything else?
Where was the other one? I had one more. This one might be too tough for you to take, but what about one of the worst teams in football catching 10.5 at home in the Fighting Illini of Illinois?
I like that.
They're playing Purdue.
I like that.
just a lean. It's a really shitty matchup, but 10.5 at home against an average Purdue team, I think that's fair amount of points.
I like that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Purdue, 2nd straight road game. Also, a night game with Ohio State next week.
Well, there you go. Little look-see little.
I do like the Illini.
A lot or a little?
Enough that I would make it an official.
Oh, wow. All right, let's do it. Let's get wild.
Lovie Smith.
Yeah, we're back.
We are back. We're officially back now that we're betting on real shitty teams.
I was going to say we haven't had one in a week or so.
We'll put the Superman cape on when it's time to bet on Oregon State. Anything else off the board?
That's it.
So we got South Carolina plus 2.5, Iowa State plus 6.5, Duke plus 3, Illinois plus 10.5. A lot of live dogs this week.
I'm sure we'll add Michigan or Wisconsin by kickoff. That just seems the one we were both dwelling on. I guarantee we add something there.
I'm just scared of that one, and I'm scared of Colorado USC. So
I'll get lured into both by midday Saturday. Don't worry.
At 7 o'clock, I'm turning my phone off.
That is a good idea, actually.
To the NFL, guess the lines. You have a 1-0-3 lead on the year. I won Thursday's game. I said Eagles 3. You had 4. It opened at 3. So I got that one. Your thoughts on last night's game?
We had some good banter before the game. It seemed like a prime spot to pick the Giants. It's your own team, so I think it's harder for you. You're jaded in those type of situations. I had no reason to believe that the Eagles were not going to win that game. The Giants are atrocious. The offensive line is not good. The receivers, they were open. The only bright spot was Saquon. Advantage. I didn't think the Eagles looked great, but they took advantage of playing the Giants.
Yeah, I think part of the problem in my lean on the Giants was that I did not really see them play this year, and they are fucking atrocious.
They're really bad.
Awful.
Yeah, I've watched only because I'm too poor to afford a Sunday ticket. I get to watch them on my regional games, and they're bad.
I know we exchanged texts last night. I don't know if they have more than 5 guys that are NFL guys that you could build around.
No, and they're all their highest paid players. It's the best thing that could probably happen to them, though, because they get Saquon, who I actually think was the right pick, because I'm not a Darnold guy. So if Baker's gone, you got to go with Saquon if you don't believe the other 3 are franchise quarterbacks. And now they're 1-5, and they're going to have a shot at one of the guys in this year's draft who, I kind of like Herbert better than Darnold.
Yeah, I can see that. It is going to work out for them most likely because there is some other really bad teams in the NFL, but they should be picking in the top 5.
Yeah, I mean, they'll either have ammo to move up to get someone they want, or they can take the 4 or 5 backs that are going to be in discussion.
Moving to Sunday, we start in Minnesota. Good win last week in Philly. They host Arizona this week. I said Minnesota minus 12.
I said the same.
We have it. Opened 11, down to 10.
I don't like the way that moved. I don't like that they're off a big win in Philly, big revenge spot. But Cardinals 0-9 run against the spread when they have to start on their 10 a.m. local time box. Rosen, in the dome. Minnesota defense is pretty good. Anything I would lean Minnesota, but I don't feel strongly about it.
I lean the other way. Don't feel strong. I do have to say, after watching Minnesota last week, they cannot run the ball and they can't stop the run.
Yeah, I think we had the concerns about them running it coming into the year. I think the Everson Griffin absence, shall we say, is really more important than people are making it out to be.
Yeah, I don't like that team in the playoffs, just based on the trenches.
Yeah, you put a star by it. You called it. I think they upgraded at quarterback. I think Cousins has looked really good so far, but I think their lines on both sides have gotten worse.
Interested to hear your thoughts at the Dog Pound. They host the Chargers. I said Browns minus 1.
I said Browns 2.
I got it. It opened as a pick. It's Chargers minus 1 now.
I love what the Browns are doing. We both said they were going to be better this year, and they could be 5-0, honestly. They have a lot of good players at a lot of different positions, specifically on defense. I never liked having the West Coast team go east for the early game. It's going to be chilly in Cleveland. But if you're putting these teams on a neutral field, the Chargers are probably 4 or 5 point favorites. The Browns are coming off of a really emotional win against a division rival, physical game, low scoring, another overtime game. I like the Chargers here.
I do too. I think Mayfield's been good, but I think it's being overstated how good he is. Right now, I like him, but he's got 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He hasn't been phenomenal. And the Chargers defense should put some pressure on him.
That's the key. I think they got to put pressure on him.
Yeah, I like the Chargers here. I know it might be a square play, but I do like the Chargers.
That's where I'm at, too. Shockingly, on Baker, he's 12th in QBR, which is better than I thought, and the Browns lead the league in drop back. So not all his fault.
Their defense has been really, really good.
Awesome defense.
I don't know if they faced a balanced attack like the Chargers, maybe the Saints, but this will be a good test for them.
Agreed.
Chicago goes to Miami. For some reason, I said Miami -2.
I said Bears -1.5.
You got it. It opened Bears -1. It's up to Bears -3.5.
I kind of like the Dolphins here. I don't know why. The Bears have the best unit on this field, but the Dolphins just seem sneaky right now.
Yeah, they got beaten up the last 2 weeks. Actually, should have won last week in Cincinnati.
Yeah, they definitely should have.
I don't know if Mitch Trubisky should be given points on the road.
That's where I'm at. He put up a great stat line against Tampa, and I think he's being inflated now. That defense is really good. I would like to see Miami use Drake more. He's their most explosive player, and he's not a ton of touches, but I don't know. 3.5 at home looks pretty good to me.
What's the weather looking like in Miami for this game?
Hot.
No ill effects, remnants from Michael?
Nope.
Okay.
I actually think it works in their favor. They're used to that. Chicago is not.
I agree. I lean Fins.
So do I.
In one of the games I like the most this weekend, Carolina goes to Old DC. I said Hearts -2.
I said Carolina -1.
I get it. Opened Hearts -1 and has remained -1.
I'd like to hear your thoughts first.
I think being blown out and embarrassed on Monday Night Football, everybody's going to be on Carolina. Washington's not that bad. Carolina does not have anybody that explosive. McCaffrey, sure, you got to slow him down and figure out how to stop him or contain him. But other than that, I'm not that impressed with Carolina's offense. And Alex Smith usually bounces back after a bad game.
I wasn't sure what to think when this first came out, but I think I lean the other way. Carolina leads the league in rushing yards per game. They control the clock. I think Cam is going to have an opportunity to make some plays with his legs. I think this game's close, but this is the type of game where Washington should win and they end up losing. I'm going to make a prediction that this is the precipitous to Jay Gruden getting fired.
Is there rumors swirling?
Let's just say Monday night didn't do him any favors.
Well, it's good that they let 2 of their own get away.
Yeah. Why would you want Sean McVay or Kyle Shanahan? Who cares? Terrible, too.
I think we might be on the same side on this one. The Indianapolis Colts go to the Meadowlands for the Jets. I said Jets -3.5.
I said 4.
I got it. It opened 3. It's down to 2.5.
I like the Colts here. Darnold, his stats are better than is right now. He's throwing touchdown passes, and somehow his stats are inflated. I don't really know exactly how they are. I think the Colts are the better team. They've actually played okay. Luck, all of a sudden, after that Eagles game, has looked... I watched him last week. His arm looked much more alive. So I think the Colts catch points. You know, they get Marlon Mack back this week. That's another weapon, finally. I think they win a close game.
T.Y. Hilton being doubtful, does that sway you at all?
Has he played yet this year?
He hasn't done anything on my watch.
Yeah, he's doubtful every week.
Official.
Yeah, I think so.
Colts plus 2.5.
Yeah, I think we got Thunder's stamp of approval with this, too.
Interesting game in Cincinnati. They host the Steelers. I said Cincinnati -6.
I said 2.
You got it. It opened 3. It's down to 2.
I was impressed with Pittsburgh beating up Atlanta the way they did last week. I thought Atlanta would score 50 in that game, and they only scored 17. I don't know what game. I would assume you have an opinion, but when these two teams play each other, it seems like weird stuff happens.
Yeah, I wanted to like Pittsburgh, but after the convincing win last week, I have no opinion on the game. I'm actually interested to watch, but I have no opinion.
Yep.
Speaking of Atlanta, they host Tampa Bay. I said Atlanta -4.5.
I said 7.
I get it. It opened 3.5. It's down to 3.
Am I missing something? I don't get it. Is Jameis Winston good?
I think it's more Atlanta's defense.
If you are putting neutral site, right? Where does Atlanta rank right now? Rub the records. Where would you put them?
In NFL ranking?
Yeah.
Well, last week I said on the podcast that I thought they were the best 1-3 team ever.
They got to be between 8 and 12, right?
They're better than Arizona. They're better than Buffalo.
Yeah, they're better than Washington, New York, Detroit, Green Bay.
Better than Dallas.
Better than Dallas. I mean, they've got to be in the top 12, and they're 1-4. 1-5, whatever they are.
They're probably middle of the pack.
Okay, where's Tampa?
I don't know where Tampa is.
Tampa's bottom. They stink. This line's a joke. Give me Atlanta.
Oh, goodness.
The bookmakers made a 5-point mistake with this line.
I think you might be right. It just seems so squarish to me that I don't know if I could do it.
Oh, this is the biggest square play of my life. But this just seems... Tampa's not good. Jameis Winston stinks.
He's had 2 weeks to get ready. He wants to eat a W this weekend.
Yeah, he's gonna eat a 20-point L. Is what he's gonna eat.
I gotta pass. I don't know. I might get behind it, but as of right now, it's a pass for me.
Alright.
Seattle goes to Oakland. I said Seattle -1.
So, is this a London game?
That's a good point.
I thought there was a London game this week, and I thought it was the home Miami, or the Jaguars are in Dallas. I know that. So then I thought it was Miami. And
this is a London game, correct? It's not the traditional 9 o'clock start though.
I put it as a pick'em just because of that.
I got it. It opened Seattle -1. It's up to 2.5.
I don't know. You could tell me that Seattle's going to win the game by 10 or Oakland's going to win by 10, and I would believe you.
I have no feel for what Seattle is right now.
I know.
Buffalo goes to Houston. I said Houston -6.
Said 7.5.
You got it. It opened 10. It is still 10.
That's a lot. I mean, I know Allen is best in the league by a lot QBR-wise. That seems like a ton of points.
I do not think Bill O'Brien is a good coach.
You have a lot of evidence on your side.
I was wrong on it. I thought he was pretty good. I thought he could develop a quarterback, but to say that he helped develop Brady is just asinine. And I don't think Watson has made any strides this year.
I think he's regressed.
Yeah. I think he's an offensive coordinator at best. And I like him knowing his backstory being at Penn State, but he's not a good coach.
He's a quarterback coach.
Yeah.
Or he's a college coach.
Yeah. I would lean Buffalo, but I don't know if I can do it.
That's where I'm at.
The Rams go to the wagon. The wagon off an embarrassing loss in the Meadowlands. I said Rams -4.
I said 5.
You got it. Open 7s, remain 7.
I think this is our lock of the week. It didn't work out last time we were locking our wagon, but game time temp looks to be even colder than we talked about earlier in the week. 24 and snow, possibly.
Denver +7 is an official.
Yeah.
And I think anybody who likes to play the money line, it's worth a sprinkle.
I mean, who doesn't like to tickle the money line in this situation?
Jacksonville goes to Dallas. I said Jags -3.
I said the same.
We have it. I have a 2-up lead on the week with 3 to go. Opened 1. It's up to 3.
No Fournette again. God, I don't know. I'm going to stay away after getting bludgeoned with the Jags last week.
Oh, God. Bortles on the road is bad.
I know. I don't know how Dallas is going to move the ball against the Jags D, but I can't. I'm not going. I need a breather for Bortles for a week.
There's one game a year, early to middle on in the season, that Jason Garrett wins, and everybody says, is he turning the corner? Is Dallas back? Have they figured it out? This might be the week, but I don't have a great feel either way.
I could see that being true.
I do have a feel on this next game, in which the Ravens go to Tennessee. I said Titans 2.5.
I said 1.
You get it. To cut it to 1, I'm 1 up, 2 to play. Open to pick. It's up to Baltimore 2.5.
I could be wrong on this, and now I can't find it. I don't know what I just did with it. But I think the Titans are on, in the last 13 games, they are 11-2 against the spread at home. I think.
That could be right.
I don't want to pick Tennessee out of principle because of our bottle bet. But this is a really good spot for them. Really good spot for them.
I love the Titans. The Titans will win this game outright. The Titans will win this game by double digits. Joe Flacco will look like the old Joe Flacco this week. And then we may come back with Baltimore next week.
We can make this an official if you want.
Might as well wait to see if we can get it at 3.
Alright, that's fine.
Good one Sunday night. Andy Reid takes the undefeated Chiefs to New England. I said Pats -2.
I said 3.
You got it. It opened 3.5. Stays at 3.5. You have the week with 1 game to go.
I want to love here. This seems like a classic Patriots home night game against the high-flying young team. This is either one where New England goes into a panic because they get blown out, or they're going to win this game by 20, and that all's right with the world. And I really think it's the latter, but I don't want to eat that hook.
Yeah, that hook is scary. I do think Brady. All right. Does New England try to outscore them, or do they go to the dink and dunk and try and control the clock to keep Mahomes off the field?
I think they control the clock. Kansas City's defense is not good. If they control Justin Houston, double team, chip him, whatever, I think they're going to be able to move the ball as much as they want. Sony Michel looks like he's going to play. He's been effective in the run game. I think Edelman, getting him back, was huge last week, so I think they can control the clock with him. And then I think they force Kansas City to do the same thing. I think they force Andy to be patient. They force Mahomes to be patient. They try to keep them moving in between the 20s, but shut them down in the red zone.
I agree with you. And I think because of that, I love the under 59.5.
I think I'm with you there, too. I can't imagine anybody else playing that except for us.
I'll star it.
Okay.
We can come back to that one.
I wouldn't mind, come Sunday night, maybe, a little parlay, Pat's money line and the under.
Ooh, I like that. I'll star it. We'll tweet it out if it becomes official. Just quickly, back to Baltimore. They get New Orleans at home next week. I may blind bet it.
I like that a lot, actually.
And then the shittiest game of the week, Monday night. San Fran goes to Lambeau. I said Pack -7.
I said 10.
Come from behind victory for you. To improve to 2-0-3 on the year. Open 10, it's down to 9.5.
I kind of say, I understand there's travel implications, but what point of the year can we start to flex Monday night games? Because this is atrociously bad.
This is, hopefully, there's a baseball playoff game Monday night and I don't have to watch it.
Well, Sunday night we get Pats and Sox on at the same time, which is going to be amazing.
Wow.
But just give them a private jet and make a new game. There's got to be a way to change the schedule.
Yeah, I'm with you. This is an awful, awful game. I don't think I'll turn it on.
I seriously won't watch it.
I'll watch baseball or I will go to sleep early and like Christmas Day with the NBA Tuesday startup.
Oh yeah, good point. I might just go back over our NBA fantasy draft instead.
I have no feel on the game and I don't even want to talk about it.
If I had to have a lean, it'd be Green Bay, but I don't care enough to have a lean.
So officials are Colts +2.5, Denver +7, Stars on the Chargers -1, the Dolphins +3.5, the Titans +2.5, under 59.5 in Kansas City, New England with a possible parlay on New England money line.
This is one of those NFL weeks. I think the lines are popping out.
Yeah, I think we exchanged texts saying that we didn't like a lot, but those that we did like, we like a lot.
You remember those pictures in middle school where you had to get close and stare at them and then a picture appeared?
Yes.
That's what I feel like this week is.
See through it.
Yeah, exactly.
9 games on Sunday with 3.5 point spreads or less. It should be an interesting week.
Yep, definitely.
Great job by you. NBA preview pod next week. I cannot wait.
Cannot wait. Golf clap to the host.
Talk to you soon.